moving on from where we left. So this peddler gets shelter in the iron mill, which was Ramso Iron Works. So this iron mill's owner, he was a very determined person. He was always determined that only good quality iron would be shipped from my place and from my company. So due to this, he came to inspect his iron mill at a very odd times. So this hour at midnight, he came into the iron mill for inspection. The moment he entered, he saw the peddler sleeping at the entrance of the mill. So he got closer to the stranger, and what he found was that this person who was sleeping is his ex comrade. He was in army with him. So the moment he got to know that, he persuaded the person to come with him and spend the night with him. And he was very disheartened to see his condition, that what he had turned into after he left the army. So he was so determined to take him home and do something for him, get him a good job, and he was so eager to do something for him. But the peddler knew that he was not his ex-comrade, he was not Neil Zuluf, and knowing the fact, he didn't disclose it to the ironmaster. He knew that if he spilled the truth, he would be caught. He would be given to the sheriff, as he was a thief. All of the town would come to know that he had stolen the crofter's money. So he didn't reveal the truth to the ironmaster. He just said that, no, I do not want to come with you. I would be too embarrassed to stay at your house. So listening this, ironmaster was like, okay, if you do not want to come, that's okay. And he goes back home. Now the level of determination in the ironmaster is depicted further when he sends his daughter to persuade the peddler. The daughter, Edla, the moment she saw the peddler, she analyzed his personality and came to know that, no, this is not the comrade father was talking about. He is appearing to be someone who has escaped from the prison, or he is moving here and there in fear, because he has stolen something. So if he appears a wrong person. Father must have made a mistake. But because it was her father's order to bring the stranger home, she did that. She persuaded the peddler to come home, and she told him that, do not get embarrassed because of your appearance. We will do all to uplift you from this bad situation. So Edla's persuasion power was so strong that the peddler, despite knowing the bad thing that he had done, he went home with her. The moment that they reached home, the peddler was provided with all the comforts. The ironmaster and his daughter provided him with good food, good clothes, and they even played cards with him. They spent a very nice Christmas Eve. But but the moment that the guest, that is the peddler, he came out with the shaved face and good clothes on his body. The moment that he came out clean, the ironmaster got to know his reality. He got to know that, no, he is not my ex-comrade. I had made a mistake. And he lashed out on the peddler. He said that, how could you do this? I have done so much for you. You should have told me the truth in the iron mill itself. So I would give you to the sheriff, and you have done a very bad thing. And instead of being sorry on his deed, the peddler gets angry. The peddler gets angry inside. He says that, I didn't want to come to your house on the first place. I had declined your invitation, and the world is a large rat trap, and the people get tempted to the baits, and they fall into this huge rat trap which has no way out. So this is a very humorous thing when the rat trap starts saying nonsense when he gets angry on the ironmaster. Upon listening this nonsense, the iron master he gets more angry. He says that now if you do not step out of my house, I will call the police, I will call the sheriff, and they will take care of you. So upon listening this remark by the iron master, his daughter says that no father, we should not do this. We have promised this stranger with a good Christmas, and we should do so. We should keep our promise. So इससे ये पता लगता है कि how kind Edla was, and how what a beautiful personality she had, that even after knowing the truth of this person, he might be a thief, he might be a murderer, but she didn't think of that twice. And just because she had kept the promise that yes, they both of the father and the daughter, they would provide good food, good shelter, and maybe a good job for the stranger, they would keep their promise. So this is what happens. They do not throw the peddler out of their house. They give him the shelter for the night. And after this is decided, we come to know that how thirsty the peddler was for this kindness. He sleeps in their house as if it was his own home, and as if he hadn't have a sleep in so many years. He slept as if he was a baby. He slept he had such a sound sleep. He only woke up to eat food. He ate food and then he slept again. He ate and then he slept again. So this shows us that he was in such a worse condition that he hadn't seen a house in years, and he didn't have a place to call his home. Seeing this, Edla becomes more firm on her opinion that yes, it was right to give this stranger a shelter in our home. So now we move on to Christmas Eve, from Christmas Eve to the Christmas Day. Now when Christmas arrives, both Edla and the Iron Master, they go for service to the church. This is a tradition. Most of the Christmas go to provide service in the church on the Christmas Day. So both of them went there. They knew that now this person, we have provided him shelter, he would not do anything bad to us. So both of them went to the church. Now when they reached the church, there is all of the town citizens, they are gossiping. They are talking about a thief who had stolen the crofter's money and had escaped. So this and they were also talking that this person was a peddler. He was a vagabond who roamed around selling rat traps. So this makes them worry. This makes them worry that this is the same person we have provided shelter at our home. So they become very frightened. The Iron Master gets fearful of his silverware, that this person might have stolen my silverware. We should go to our home as fast as we can. So the moment that they listen to this gossip, they go back to their homes. Now this is not the reality. This is actually not what had happened at their house. And they come to know about it when they reach back. On the way back to their home, Iron Master curses Edla that look who you had given shelter. I was about to give him to the police. This is all your fault. Now we will be left with nothing. And he curses Edla as if he was not the one who had called the peddler at the first place. So the moment they reach home, all of their fears vanished. Because when they asked the watchman that has the stranger gone, has the guest gone home, so he says yes, he had gone the moment you went to the church, and he has also left a gift for you. The watchman says to Edla that he has also left a gift for you. The moment Edla opens the gift, she finds a dirty rat trap in it, and in the rat trap there was a letter addressed to Edla. In this letter, this was a very beautiful sentence written by the peddler. He says that, Miss Edla, You had treated me as a captain, and it is my duty that I left your home as a captain, and I left your presence being worthy of being called a captain. So he says that I am leaving the 30 kroners that I stole from the crofter in this rat trap itself. Please do the honor of giving the 30 kroners back to the crofter, back to the kind man, and I thank you for all that you have done for me, and you have changed me as a person, and your kindness is all that has changed me, and I thank you so much for that. And he signed in, himself as Captain Stain Vogue. This is a beautiful letter written by the peddler, which shows us that how kindness can go a long way in changing a person. So this is where a story ends, and you may be asked a question on on all the matter that the letter contained. As it is, the matter can be asked. So the summary of this letter, the summary of the contents of the letter left by the peddler must be learned by you.